Hey guys, welcome to J Plays. I am Iceman, and welcome to the next devblog. Devblog number, I think this one's 14. Let me double check. Yeah, double 14. I mean, it's number 14. For my work on translation of Nanatama Chronicle of Dungeon Maker, or as I like to call it, Dungeon Maker 3, for the Sony PSP. In today's one, this devblog, we now have everything up to the end of day 5 now complete. Again, this was another one that I thought there wouldn't be much to do, and there ended up being quite a bit, but not as much as the previous one. Alright, let's take you through what's done. Okay. So let's see. Main things, this one was already done. The main two in the morning was, let's see, firstly, if you go back to your house, there's a very quick conversation with Phil. Very, very, very quick. That conversation gets us our first of the items for today. Gives us the iron root. That's been translated. Which actually is pretty decent. It adds 10 AML, as in like armor level, or so it stands for something like that. Anyway, it increases our defense, which is good. We go to Guido. I put a order in for some leather gloves, so that's come in. Ah, you're back. I just finished the forging work. It is now available for you. Hope it is of help. So if we go down to get items, so this menu's been translated. It has the get item now part. So now you can go in here, you see what's been forged, and you can grab it. So in this case, it's leather gauntlets, which is like leather gloves, which I'll now equip. Okay, what else has been done? Alright, if we go... I don't think there's anything new for Elena just yet. Oh yeah, there is. Okay. So this one I translated a while ago, but it now pops up this time. So, Ark, bad news. A villager was attacked. The monster rose from the ground, out in the wheat fields. A monster that appears on sunny days called Mana Eater. Not seen until you're close. If it lives at the ruins, look for it. Try the dungeon for some sunshine. Be sure to speak to Frederick. So Frederick, so that he can make us a floor tile that'll be compatible with the man-eaters. Hey Ark. Room done. Has 2 treasure chests with locks. A kit for a 1D room. Rest is up to you. Place it well, okay? Got stone treasure room. So that gets us the stone treasure room. Now that's been translated in here. So if we check in the building materials, the stone treasure room is here with the translation in place. Also, that conversation with Frederick has obviously been translated. That's the main things. There's not a lot in the day portion. Everything else was like things that were already translated. Now, do I have... Yep, got it. Cool. Alright. So. Oh yeah, if we go here now, one extra thing that's been translated, you now have the option to go straight to the dimension door. So the dimension door is the jeweled, what was it? Jeweled gem... Genu dungeon, I mean not Genu dungeon, mystery dungeon. So it's basically a mystery dungeon, but you can only send your orb characters there. So currently we only have 1 orb character, but we're gonna fix that. We're gonna get a second one in a moment. So let's head off to the ruins, and get ourselves an extra orb character. But, oh, and this came up too, this is something new. Shortcuts. Hold R to perform shortcut actions. If you do O, it switches the weapon. Triangle to display spells. X to display meds, as in medications. And square to show the registered actions, which you can set in options. Now, I just want to level up a little bit. This won't take long, because we're pretty close to leveling up already. Just want to get my combat skills a bit better. Pay attention to the bottom of the screen, because once I level up, you'll see a little notification pop up indicating about that being... There we go. Already happened. It's worth investing the time into it, because you'll actually do better damage. Not just from swords too. I noticed that even if you use bows and other things, that does result in an improvement. Okay. So now, with what we have, we can head down. And we can take on a particular enemy that I couldn't beat in the previous video. Now, just in case I've jinxed myself and I get my ass kicked, let's save first. Woohoo! I am finally out. Wow, the big man. Are you okay? Did you lock me up? You're bad. I'll get you for this. Prepare for battle. You have it wrong. Alright, we're gonna fight this guy. Using the shortcuts that the game just mentioned about. So, by the way, the shortcuts menu has been translated. So what that corresponds to, if I hold down the R1 button, what you see in the bottom right hand corner, like the button prompts, that's the shortcut menu. Now, some of that had already been translated, just some extra stuff needed to be done. Oh shit. Okay. So the best way to beat this guy is with ranged attacks. But he will get hits in every now and then. This might take a little while, but once you know how to fight him, he's a lot easier. Ooh. Now you gotta be careful with the AP attacks. If you do those against him, he'll always get a shot in with his second one. But we've almost got him. Ooh, shit. See, because of that armor I've got, it has made a bit of a difference. Like the leather gauntlets and the root that I got definitely makes a difference in terms of like the damage that I receive. He's gonna go down very soon. There we go. Got him. I lost. You're strong. You trapped me? You didn't? If you sealed me, just say so. I told you. How many times? Sorry about that. Who are you? I'm trapped too, like you. You too? I will cooperate with you. Want to find who did this. Did you see the one that sealed you up? No, I was walking, then darkness. So no clue. Alright, so now we've got the Demon Orb. So Demon Orb is our new little character we got. So we now have a second Blue Orb character. Or second Orb character, I should say. So a couple of things got translated along the way with that. Firstly, if we go into the stat screen, now we have the character Leo. That's the blue guy or purple guy that we were just fighting. So he's in here. All his skills have been translated. So we've got like, what is it? Killer Hook. I think it stands for. It's not that or King Hook. I think it's Killer Hook. I go straight. That one, oh, what was it? Beowulf something. It was like it's basically like a wolf arm attack. That's what it's translated to be. Unfortunately, again, space limitations on lettering, so it has to be like this. I'm sorry about that, but that's the best I can do. Anyway, so that being translated, we also now have a key item. Demon Orb, so that's got that there. And the journal entry for him, which is here, got Demon Orb. So we got that. And that's about it as far as that goes. I'll show you how my dungeon's looking at this point. But spoilers, there's no more new content as far as the dungeon is concerned. Oh, also, actually, before I do that, I'll show you something. So, in the previous video, I was wondering how it works with the mystery dungeon. So, firstly, I've translated the rulebook entry on mystery dungeons. So here we have some details on that. So, once found, only one orb character may enter the mystery dungeon. So that's one per day. So you have to pick which one goes, and then that character is the only one that gets to go. The mystery dungeon has multiple floors. You can enter deeper floors by finding the matching entrance room and increasing the habitat level. Be sure to give the mystery dungeon a go. Again, space limitation, so it's had to be like this, unfortunately. But at least now we know how it works. So now we know we can only send one character per day, and it'll be stuck on that level until we increase the habitat level. So if we go back there now, which is just over here, now we have the option of sending in 2 characters. But if you see, it still says 1F and the layout is exactly the same, because the layout of the dungeon is identical. So unlike the previous 2 games, where the mystery dungeon was procedurally generated, unfortunately that's not the case in this game. In this game it's fixed. So the loot's fixed, the monsters are fixed, everything. But anyway, let's send in Leo. It had send Lee, because unfortunately his name entry for that was just 2 letters. Just stupid. But anyway, we can play as him now in this section. And as you can see, he hits like a truck. Very powerful character. What's his stats like? Alright. 60. Wow, okay. Yeah, his attack is like 60. So it's like nearly like 10 times as good as my main character. Unfortunately, the loot doesn't get reset every day. So since we've already looted the chest, that's already looted. Only good thing this dungeon is for is to send in your orb characters to gain them combat experience. Because unlike the main character, the orb characters actually do have experience. So if I flip back to my character arc, you see in this section here, it's blank. Because all my character does, he gains in weapon combat skills. Kind of curious, where's bow? That is this one. Oh, okay. So that one's gonna level up. 5, 6, 4, 5. Okay. Still needs a lot of combat experience before bow levels up. Oh yeah, but anyway, if you look at him, he does have his own ones. So if you look here, he does have experience that does level up. And so you've got his current experience, 3778. Next, so that when he's going to level up, is 487. So he needs about 109 XP before he levels up. And that's about all he can do here for now. But this is... oh. That's cool. I haven't seen that before. Cool. So he's got like a AP attack that actually sends like a bolt wave kind of thing. Alright. So yeah, so as far as the dungeons are concerned, there's nothing else new that I've encountered. I think once I encountered one bit of Japanese text when I was fighting the slimes. Yeah, and unfortunately, as of this point in time, I can't translate those image files. Those are compressed in a file somewhere. Like, I technically could take a screenshot and then, you know, change it, but then how do I put it back in? That's the thing. If I could do that, then I could totally translate those two. So unfortunately, I can't. Anyway, I'll show you my dungeon, which currently mainly is just the first floor as of this point in time. So I'm trying to get the pound gob quest done. Ooh, wow. Just saving so I got my chance to. I'll come back and spruce this up a bit in my own time later. Again, as always, the demo for this will be released as I update those things quite often. So if you want to play along with me and play through the game at the same pace that I'm going through this, then you know, be my guest. Or if you're just watching these and you haven't jumped in yet, now's a good time to jump in because there's at least a few in-game days worth of content that you can play through. As you will have the first 5 days of the game now at your disposal to do whatever you want. Should be in English. There is some randomization in this game though, so there's the possibility maybe you'll get a quest that's not in stuff I've seen, but I haven't seen that. Like, I've been trying all combinations. But as you see, actually, I'll do this as I'm talking to you. Oh damn! I forgot to buy supplies actually. Yeah, so I'll have to do that on my own later. That's okay, no worries. But not much else to speak of. It'll be just mainly things that have already been translated for this part of the game. The new monsters will start appearing most likely on the second floor, which will be in the day 6 content. Oh, actually, that's actually Gob, Pond Needle Gob. Well, that's the quest monster. Cool, managed to get this on camera. Go get him. Ooh. You beat him? Ah. Okay. My character got quite badly hurt in that battle, looks like. He's kind of bending over. Like he's very, very exhausted. Yeah, that yellow bar for him has dropped quite a bit. So let's see what happens. I haven't completed any quests up until this point. Clear. Ah. Okay, that's what happens. Alright, in that case, you're going to see some untranslated text when I return back to town. Only because I hadn't had Gob, like Needle Pond, was it? Pond Harry Gob, like he hadn't appeared. The music's weird. I'll show you what else does appear. Had to be the one time I'm recording it. That's the time when Pond Harry Gob shows up, the quest monster. Man. He just wipes the floor with everything. Yeah, one extra mechanic that's been introduced in this game is like exhaustion. So as you spend more time in the dungeon, that yellow bar over there fills up, starts decreasing, and then if it lowers too much, then I think you collapse, but I don't know. I haven't seen that happen. But apparently that's what happens. It's one of the things I translated in the previous video. But as you can see, the first floor, as of this point in time, is totally done. Nothing else to do here except, just to make it better. But the actual monsters, all the item drops, all those things are translated. Alright, so we're done here. So traveling back. Because I want to translate that text, I'm definitely going to save. Alright, so as far as the standard stuff goes though, normally what would have, there was an extra bit I translated, so there's a conversation that takes place between Elena, because you have the blue orb character, but because we've completed the quest, that might change what text we get. Let's see what else there was. So there's new conversations with Guido. So firstly, if we go to him. How goes surveying? Iron ore can be found there. Would you find some for me? There's no demand for it. I'll make something for you. Like to make something big. Accepted IO. Now this was one of those annoying ones in the game again. Literally the Japanese text took up 3 characters. What can you do with 3 characters when the word is supposed to say iron ore? Like there's nothing I can do. Nothing. Even iron ore would be more than that, I think. Yeah, there'd be like 9 letters in total. So even if I doubled the length, I still couldn't do it. But anyway, so that's been translated anyway. The entry for the new quest in here. So Guido iron ore. That's been translated. If we go back to Sophia. We now can get a like tarot reading, like, you know, fortune telling thing about the quest. Help with quest. To know. Fire, heed my call. Iron ore. Goblins collect this ore. They live away from the sun. Habitat level 2. So habitat level 2. So that gives us a clue on what we need to do. We need to get the habitat level up. That's going to be challenging. Let me see. There's a brief conversation with Vivi that's been translated too. Welcome, Surveyor. I hear about you. One day I'll be a great witch. Don't laugh. Okay, so that's done. And the only other bit here in town was, because the conversation here is already done. The new one was going to be here. Ah, cool. I think she's going to do the blue orb one first. Ah, Ark. Survey go well? This is a long conversation, by the way. You have news? Really? That is a new orb. What kind is this one? Huh? Oh wow, it's big. An ogre? Yes, why? Ark broke the seal. Yes. Ogre, your muscles are huge. Tickles. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself. You're odd. Ah, disappointing. But I met a species I don't often meet. Keep up the good work. So she couldn't help herself, she had to put her hands on his muscles. That's funny. There's always been a bit of like innuendo in these games. That was especially in the first game. Second game has some disturbing innuendo. There's bits a bit twisted. I hope there's none of that in this one. The first one didn't have any like twisted innuendo. It was just like, you know, some of the characters would throw themselves at the dungeon maker and then he wouldn't respond. And they'd be like, what's wrong with you? Anyway, let's see. Man-eaters. These on sunny days, right? Sun Guardian. Material would be needed. Give me time. Speak to me tomorrow. That was a previously translated conversation. Now this is the quest one. So this is something I need to translate. Because we now have that complete, this is giving me one extra step to do to have all of day 5 done. I just got 5,000 gold. Is that all we got? Now, the chances of you getting that goblin, you know, the needle goblin guy to appear is very unlikely, but you never know. So just know that if you do, yes, the quest information to get to him is translated, just not the quest reward text. But I will do that in the next day or two. So did we get anything new? Looks like it was just a money reward. Okay. And that quest should no longer be in the R file. Oh, that's right. They do that in these games. That's right. They leave it as completed. Okay, cool. But now if we go to Sophia, I assume that wouldn't be. Oh, there's no text at all for it. Not even for the. Not for the even for the all quest. Oh yeah, because we already got the fortune telling ready. Yeah. So that does it for day 5 in the game. There shouldn't be anything else out here. So as I said, I just need to translate this new conversation for the quest reward for completing it. But other than that, day 5 is done. I'll release a new demo. You're more than welcome to play through that content of the game, and I will then look forth to the sixth day in the game, and anything new that pops up for that. But you can play through the first 5 days of the game now in English. So hope you enjoy. Alright, so that does it for Devblog number 14. I will see you guys in the next one, where most likely it'll be covering day 6. Alright guys, have a good one.